I think you're right on there. There is, for example, the cameras that we're using to film this, the equipment that I'm using, we've just bought a bunch of new equipment for our ministry, and the quality of what I get compared to when I started this 10 years ago, when we started filming and your husband Nathan and Jess and I would film on this little camera, I don't even know what we were using. It was a handy cam with tape in it. It had a tape in it. That's what it was. That's what I started with. And we would edit on DVDs. I would have to get DVDs to all of our locations.
Yes. Oh, and I would duplicate them. Do you remember that 6 months when I had to duplicate them?
I've blocked it out of my mind, Jess.
Oh my gosh, then I had to post them. Oh, it was
So we would literally send DVDs around to all of our locations, and it was a nightmare because we had to burn them, and I would spend. So think of the pace of technology but here's the tricky thing. But there's so much people creating content. There's almost like a flood of it. And so this, for example, our podcast is not new. This is one of millions of podcasts. And the reason we do it...
I thought we were special.
No. This is not special at all.
We've got Terry.
We do have to. No one else has Terry.
And Tash.
Terry and Tash.
There is nothing... We are just adding... in one way, you can look at us and go, oh, another kids ministry podcast. Oh, adding to the noise. Well, we wouldn't do this unless we felt like God wanted it. Like, we don't do things by halves. We want to go all in.
Yep.
Which is part of the reason we got lots of gear and we invested in it, because we believe we've got something to say.
That's good. You did great.
So I guess what I'm saying is
But what you said, the gear, we could easily shoot movies on this.
100%.
Where it would have cost hundreds of thousands of dollars.
That is insane.
The editing software is the same thing they make.
Yes, we use the same editing
Marvel
as Hollywood movies. It's the democratization of technology, and so everybody can make content. And I'm interesting to see what happens in the future, because when there's so much noise that people, I don't know, I find that interesting.
You're doing something cutting edge on a Sunday, Dave.
I am
Something
doing,
that
yes.
I don't know if anyone else is doing.
We for the last 5 weeks, I've been test running a live stream for kids during our online church service. So we have an 11:30 in Australia, 11:30 and a 6 p.m. service that we do live streamed for our online campus. People who want to connect with us but don't live within driving distance of a Hillsong church. And we say, come to church online. It's our online campus. And so I've been doing a kids version of that at the same time with my son, Brooklyn. We've been doing a live stream at the same time as one of those church services at the 11:36. So, and that's pretty cool. And it's just a test at the moment. But I do think that that's a potential way to connect with our kids on a greater, what's the word? A social level, a relational level, is actually interact with them online,
Like
which
maybe
is tricky.
one day we'll be there for them midweek when they're facing challenges,
That's
but in a safe way.
100%. If we can find a way to connect with our kids online midweek without the need of a physical, them physically coming in, that would be amazing. But so many questions, so many dangers, so many potential pitfalls when you're connecting with kids online.